Mr. Taio Cruz, good to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you too.
How are you?
I'm all right.
You're here in London,
Yeah,
from LA, because you're based in LA,
I am. Yeah.
but you're here to promote a new single. I have to say, it's a fantastic single.
Thank you.
It's very fresh sounding as well, because it's got that 80s vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
The kind of, well, the first time I heard it, I thought, wow, this sounds a bit like, well, it's Alexander O'Neill and
Mm,
a little bit kind of Bobby Brown, but it
right.
sounds really current as well, even though it's got that kind of 80s feel about
Well,
it.
look at you. You know music, don't you? I was just like, it's got like it has got a bit of an 80s and a 90s feel. It's got a bit of Alexander O'Neill, a little bit of
Yeah,
Lionel Richie, and then the verses have got that kind of like 90s R&B, as you said, like Bobby Brown kind of
yeah.
vibe to it. And then the production is very, I feel like modern and hip hop and like hip hop dance, influenced. So yeah, we're really excited when we created it because it was like a really interesting fusion of styles and decades
It
into
still does
one
sound
song.
like you, though, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
It's not like you're trying to be anybody else, because obviously
right.
you're not, because you're
Yeah,
an artist in your own right. But
right.
it's got that very current sound, because a lot of producers and a lot of acts are kind of sounding like that at the moment.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah, very positive.
Thank you.
New album as well, which I think is the first for 4 years, isn't it? Your next album?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think
Black or hashtag Black? What are you
it's
calling it?
actually Roses,
Ah,
but
you've changed.
yeah.
Changed the title.
Well, um, I was thinking about calling it Black, but then, but that was forever ago, and then it was also a different record that was going to be called Black, and then when I started creating this record, then I thought it needed a new name, so then I called it Roses. So people got wind of that my album was going to be called Black, so it's on Wikipedia, but
Okay.
that project has never been released. So.
Okay, right. Straight from the horse's mouth. It's
Right.
yeah, an exclusive possibly for us.
Uh-huh.
Very exciting. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, it's the first album for 4 years, but you haven't been doing nothing because you've created an app. You designed an app.
I
Is it
have.
Q?
It's called Kiwi,
Yeah, Kiwi.
and it's written Kewe. So some people might call it Q, but it's pronounced Kiwi, like the fruit. It's tasty, like
Yeah.
the fruit too. And yeah, it's an application that I created out of necessity because um, I jump between two or three different apps all the time. I use WhatsApp a lot. I use Instagram a lot. I use Twitter and Facebook a lot. Um, and so I wanted to create an application that fused that simple microblogging with messaging, and I didn't think there was any other application around that really did it properly. So Kiwi really does that, and what's also pretty unique about Kiwi is that we're the only network that actually share the revenue that we receive
Right.
with the artists
Yeah.
that create things on there. So some people can get insta famous, but with
Yeah.
us you can get Kiwi rich for real. So
Well, I
it's
think the
pretty cool.
nation breathes a sigh of relief because I, like many other people, and you obviously, which is why you started it,
Yeah.
just get so exhausted by social media. I love social media, but
Yeah.
we want it all in one place sometimes.
We do want it all in one
Can't do it
place,
all.
and it becomes a job. You end up as an artist. Once you have hundreds of thousands to millions of fans, it's something that you have to keep updating all the time, and it does feel like a job. And a lot of people who create on social media, they put a lot of money and effort into it.
Yeah.
They hire photographers and they go to great locations and they do things. So, I feel like those people should be compensated for their work so that they can actually create better work.
That's great. I wish
So,
everyone thought like that.
yeah.
I wish a lot of artists thought like that. They don't. Just money grabbing all the time.
I know. We're
Now we
giving
have to
back.
talk about your collaborators. Some of the people you've worked with, some really inspiring people.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually you worked with, Luciana,
Yes, Lucci.
who is crazy.
Yeah,
that
she
girl.
is. She's lovely. She's crazy though.
And you're obviously living near her now because I think she's based in
She
in
is
LA.
in LA, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
a
doing
lot
all
of-
right over there.
A lot of my friends have followed me over to LA. It's cool. There's
Yeah.
a lot of a British connection out there.
That you're very inspiring. The
Yeah.
people are gravitating towards you.
I'm a trendsetter.
Kesha as well,
Yeah.
who I met. I've interviewed a couple of times. She's a lovely girl.
She is, yeah.
Another crazy one.
She's nuts too,
Yeah,
but she's an absolute sweetheart too. So
yeah.
she's like she's an interesting dichotomy of a human because she's very very sweet, but then she's also a rock star. So
And very talented.
yeah.
A great songwriter,
Mhm.
which of course you know about because
I
you're
do.
you're a songwriter. We'll go on to
Yeah.
that in a minute because
Yeah.
I want to ask you something about the whole plate spinning thing.
Okay.
But we have to talk about Kylie
Okay.
because a lot of our listeners, especially on Gadio, I think will be very intrigued by the work that you did with her.
Yeah.
And it was the Higher track,
Yeah.
which we love.
Mhm.
But what was it like to work with her? Because there's this mystery around Kylie because
Mm.
I don't think many people know the real Kylie. We see the performer Kylie,
Mm.
like a lot of artists, I guess. You kind of don't really know the real person. Is she a sweetheart like Kesha?
She's horrible.
That's
No,
quite refreshing.
right? No, she is she's a legend, and she's a legend for good reason, because I think there are certain people who are just naturally great at not just at being musicians and being artists, but at being just people. And she's such a really, really lovely person. And I thought she was an incredibly professional person on, when we were shooting the video. And that was the first time I actually got to meet her for a long period of time. I met her at a party with David Guetta was performing at backstage, and that's how we arranged to do the song in the first place. But I never really spent much time with her. And then the first time we spent a lot of time together, well, tell a lie, we recorded the song in my studio, but the first time we got to sit down, like have cups of tea and stuff and just chill, was on the video shoot. And she's just such a sweet person. So there's nothing bad to be said about her. And I think with someone who's had a career as long as she has, if she wasn't really as great as everyone says she is, it would have come out by now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think she's a total
Yeah.
professional, isn't she? I think she handles stuff. She again, another plate spinner,
Yeah.
always working,
Yeah.
never stops.
Yeah.
Now you've written a huge list of songs. I think there's a lot of people that don't really realise this as well. They see you as a performer and a producer, and now obviously an app creator.
App creator,
The
entrepreneur.
list is endless.
Yes.
But you have written for, you mentioned David Guetta. You've written for Cheryl Cole.
Yeah.
The Usher track with David Guetta you wrote. Is that more challenging when you're writing for other people? Is there more of a pressure there?
No, not really. It's actually kind of freeing, really, because when you're an artist, you kind of become you become yourself. If I can explain a little bit better, is that you become almost a caricature of yourself. So people expect something of you and expect a sound from you and expect a look from you. So when you write for someone else, it's kind of freeing because you can just write whatever you like, or just get into the mindset of a different person and start writing something that you think that they would like, as opposed to, like if you're Marcus Mumford, for example, you expect Mumford and Sons to create a specific sound, but he might love Dynamite. He might want to write like a big crazy pop song for Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah.
So he can go in the studio and just write something else.
So I guess in a lot of ways it's easy because they expect a certain sound from you, or a certain style with a song.
Yeah.
So they're obviously coming to you for that reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Now I want some Taio tips. We could hashtag this. This could go
Hashtag Taio
viral.
tips. All right.
Because you're a songwriter, you're plate spinning, you're a songwriter, a singer, an app designer, a founder and a chief exec of a record label, a producer.
Okay.
Yet you always kind of look really cool and like it's not hard work, because I would imagine that it's incredibly hard work, but you don't look like you're stressed by any of this.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
What's the secret?
Cheese. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Cheese. Yeah, you gotta eat a lot. You just gotta eat a lot of cheese. I don't know. No, I don't really know. To be honest, I think I just adapt pretty well to the workload. So it is stressful at the beginning when you start something new, because you're adding a new layer. But then you just get used to it, and you get used to not sleeping that much and working on stuff. And also you have to have a love for it. Everything that I do, I love. Like I don't just make things because I feel like they're going to make money or something. I always do things that I love, and I think that's the most important thing.
So your heart's in it for the right reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it would be time management as well. You've got to plan stuff properly, not just dive into stuff.
Yeah, you got to find balance. Yeah, absolutely. So I try to find certain days where I don't do any work and I can just like relax. So at least one day a week, I try to not do too much.
And talking of the lifestyle that is so attractive when I look at your videos, especially the latest single video, which I have to say, as a gay man looking at that, I'm almost on the turn watching those women reclining and kind of busting shapes in a really cool way, not in a fast way, because it's a very chilled sounding record, isn't it? But that's an incredible video. It looks like the sort of thing that would inspire me to move abroad, move to LA. That would be lovely.
Well, there's a beautiful location. We shot it at the Goldstein residence, which is an iconic residence in LA. The beautiful models we had: Shanina Shaikh and Yara Kamiden, Carmela Rose, Gigi Hadid. Not Gigi Hadid, Gigi Paris. Paris. It was just a beautiful, beautiful video, and we wanted to make something that was quite fashion and stylish as well as sexy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all black everything in that video. It's a good look.
It kind of makes me think that it's like a tribute to George Michael's Freedom 90.
It is a bit of a Freedom 90.
Because they're obviously mouthing the words, aren't they, to your song? And you're in it briefly, but I quite like that idea that you're not actually in it all the way through. Not because I didn't want to see you, but I just think it's respectful to them, and it kind of gives them more of a chance to perform. Almost like what Sia did with her dancer.
Yeah.
Just making the spotlight on the dancer rather than her.
Exactly. And I think it's just a little bit more just interesting, I've done a lot of videos, pretty much all my videos, where it features me all the way through. So we wanted to try something different and unique and as you said, a nod to Freedom 90 videos. So,
yeah. And the colours are great and the cinematography's great. It's great direction.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glastonbury Festival obviously just happened here in the UK. Are you a camper or a glamper? Have you done any of these festivals?
I've only ever performed at Glastonbury. I've never been in my Wellington boots and in the mud.
So you haven't slummed it?
No.
I can't imagine you slumming a festival.
To be fair, I wouldn't do it.
Very sensible. I did it 3 years ago. Never again.
Yeah.
Who are you excited about musically at the moment? Who are you listening to? Are you listening to Kanye West that's performing at Glastonbury?
I like Kanye.
Yeah?
Kanye rocks, yeah. I like The Weeknd. I think he's doing some really good things. Obviously, right now, there's an insurgence of, like, sort of a fusion of hip-hop and dance music. So, like, Diplo and those guys as well are doing interesting things. DJ Snake. So, it's, like, I love it. The radio's just covered with, like, all these different styles. And you've got trap and you've got sort of Mumbaton kind of coming in as well as, like, EDM and... Yeah, there's lots of cool people doing
it's
things.
exciting, isn't it? It's quite eclectic music at the moment. I think
Mhm.
you get, especially with R&B stuff, because R&B really isn't strictly R&B, that sound anymore. It's dance and it's electro and it's a bit of punk as well. Rihanna kind of throws in quite a lot of punk as well. That punk ethic.
Exactly.
It's great.
Yeah.
We've just celebrated Pride in London recently. Have you ever performed at a Pride festival?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember. I feel like I have, but I couldn't say that I could remember now.
Yeah, is it something that would interest you to?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And the whole kind of gay marriage equality thing, is that something that you're supporting or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about time, and I think. First of all, I just kind of feel like it's ridiculous in the first place that that government has anything to do with people and how people feel about each other.
Yeah.
But seeing as it has already been that case, I think it's a good thing and it's a great thing that that countries rather are recognizing the right thing to do and hashtag love wins. So I think I think it's a good thing. I think it's great.
Got to hashtag everything.
You got to hashtag everything now.
Spread the word.
I know.
Taio, it's great to meet you today. I wish you all the best with the single. Do what you like. It's great. We're supporting it, and best of luck with the album as well.
Thank you.
Which is called.
It's called Roses.
Roses. I was going to say it's not black. It's now Roses.
No, it's
changed.
not hashtag black. Yeah.
Good
Roses.
to meet you today.
Thank you.
All the best.